Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, EJ Parker, here at Vintage Classic Solutions, my antique and vintage store, my love and passion. I'm getting ready to go brick and mortar. Heck yeah, at a place called Timeless Treasures in a city called Mentor, Ohio. Stop by and see me. I'll be there all the time, getting my stuff, my little booth, all ready for all my amazing customers. So I'm super excited about that. That's been a dream come true. And it's a great project to have. I'm keeping my eBay store going, of course, but now I'm going to go brick and mortar as well. So follow me for that adventure. And I appreciate your support. So today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of these 3 items that I just got in the mail. I think I know what they are, but I'm not sure. So we're going to unbox it together. 3 unboxings. I hope you're all doing great today. I'm going live a lot because I'm going through all these crates behind me to find the items that I did not list on my eBay store to put in my brick and mortar antique booth. So it's been fun rediscovering things I got, 4 or 5 years ago that I forgot about. All right, so what is this? This is frankincense, biblical resin, pea size, 100%, packaged in the USA. It's like resin pellets of frankincense. I want to get frankincense. Why? I think Christmas, I had a horrible Christmas. I think my soul, just like something's going on, like some battle. I lost my faith like a year ago and I've been like meandering. So, and I think Christmas exposed the holes in my soul or something like that. It was a bizarre, it was a bizarre Christmas, that's all I can say. I was making a bunch of art. I do that when I'm depressed, so I made a bunch of art, and then but in the morning I panicked. So in order to fill like the hole in my soul, I bought a bunch of like religious things. So this is the long burning charcoal tablets. So I'm gonna burn frankincense because I want to smell it. I bought one of those burners like you see at the Orthodox Church, kind of like this, from Jerusalem. And then these are like charcoal like dishes, like a little like a tablet you light, and then you put the frankincense on top of it, and it burns it, and I want to smell it. Maybe get the evil spirits away or whatever the fuck's fucking with me. So I want to do that, like walk around my shop and burn frankincense, see how that goes. I'll do that live, I guess, because I've never burned frankincense before. I'm curious. And now we have another unboxing. This is from Michigan. I think I know what this is. Let's see. It's very warm today in Northeast Ohio. It's 60 degrees. So that's good. It gives me time to be out, get out in the patio and find things I can move around. And I have a lot of stuff on the patio that I sell or that I want to sell, like, like old buckets and stuff like that. All right, so let's see here. So what is this? This is a hand-carved vintage Ethiopian diptych. Of course, right? What's a diptych? Good question. I'm learning about these, but it's an Orthodox Ethiopian Christian little altar. Isn't this gorgeous? This is hand-painted. I love this. I'm receiving the notification through eBay right now while I'm filming this that your Ethiopian diptych has been delivered. So thank you, eBay. This is gorgeous. I bought this Christmas morning in a panic to fill the hole in my soul. I feel like this vacuum that I can't fill my soul with anything. So I bought a bunch of religious relics and things like that in Christmas morning, and now they're arriving. I don't even know what today is, like the 29th. So this is great. Thank you to my seller. This is gorgeous. I want to do this proper justice. It's hand carved. Now apparently, from what I've learned, these were they're worn as a personal, like a pendant, or it's like a little altar thing. And this string is already broke, but that's not the point. The string is replaceable. But these hand painted depictions are just amazing. There's an Orthodox cross. I gotta do my research now. I just got this, so part of my ignorance. Definitely, it's Christ and the cross. There's a certain saint, I think it's Saint George? I forget. I need to do research before I start talking about this. But I just love the imagery. That's just gorgeous. This was on eBay. I think I paid like $50 for this, free shipping. I actually have a better string that I want to use, so that string doesn't bug me at all. But this is gorgeous. Well, I just discovered this on eBay, and I'm like, what is this? I gotta have it. It's gonna fill the hole in my soul, and I already feel better. So maybe it works. But that's gorgeous. I've never discovered one of those out in the wild. I'm a professional vintage and antique dealer, and I've never discovered an Ethiopian hand-carved diptych. So there you go. And so that's that. What else did I have to unbox? That's it. I have a lot more things coming in. Now I kind of want to burn this incense. I think I have a incense dish that I was gonna put in my brick and mortar store, but I can probably dig it out and give it a whirl. So just give me a second as I dig through this stuff. Where is it? See, this is the problem in my life. I have so much stuff. The second I put something down, it disappears. Unless you have a map, like a pirate map of where that item is. And if you put that pirate map, that treasure map down, you're screwed. You'll never find the map or the item you just put down. I have so much stuff everywhere. That's why this antique store booth is like a blessing, because I have an outlet for all these items that were just building up. And I think I said this in a live stream. I just turned a problem into an instant solution, because when I walk into my shop, which is my garage, every day or every morning, I feel kind of like dread, because I have just piles of stuff. If you can, I can show you now. Piles of stuff. Let me give you a little tour. This isn't live. This is a video. So this is my hot mess life, my antique store. So these are all antique baby bottles. There's like boxes. I bought a very epic collection, like one of the most epic collections of antique baby bottles from a very historic author and collector of baby bottles 2 years ago. So this is it, like 11 boxes, and they're still mostly full. Yep. And then like this, the wall behind you that you never get to see, this is it. So this is the pile of toys. There's toys in there. And there's masks. This isn't like a real thorough tour, but it's going to give you just a little look. There's my crucifixes. Those are for sale. That's an old Apple computer. I forget what model it is. I think it works too. That's been there for like 5 years. I kind of use it as a paper. I just like stick paper to it. There's some books up there. Batman videos. That's a gorgeous piece of art right there. That's made by a Chinese artist. There's a distressed Santa Claus. There is that's a really nice mid-century painting that I love. That's for sale. There's just a bunch of Scream stuff down here. This is new old stock. I'm gonna just keep these things. I like Halloween stuff, so these action figures spoke to me. So I got those. I'll sell them in 20 years if I'm still alive. I got some Scream stuff in there. Got some primitives. Let's go on this side, shall we? So this is my pile of things I'm going to be going to the brick and mortar booth. So far, I'm, getting things together. This is my shelf of things I keep or things I'm going to sell. That Mary statue, her head broke off. I'm so sad about that. It's a gorgeous statue that I put it out for Christmas, out like on a display in the yard. And the wind blew it off and the head fell off, but I'm gonna glue it, so I'm gonna repair that. There's some Roseville and some various Southern potters works. I always collect old frames, gilded frames. I have them everywhere. And let me show you why. So check this out. So I got this one yesterday. I think it was like $4 or $5, and then this is my art. These things I've been working on, and all of a sudden you add that, and it just gets like a different. Just becomes more, I don't know, three-dimensional. Looks more Baroque. Up there's a cow jaw, that white thing. And then the world above you is full of blow molds and antique chairs. Like this chair, I can actually show you this now. This chair right there, if you can see it, that red one, that thing is like from 1760, give or take. I found that in a barn, and when I flipped it over, there was an antique store tag that had like, the information, like ladder back chair, And then it had like a date, like late 1700s. So I bought it, and then I even showed it to a chair appraiser, and he said the same exact thing. So it's super old. There's one right there, a black one that I found in the garbage when I went out garbage picking. This chair right there is also a ladder back. The seat is not a really good view. The seat it's woven, and that's coming undone. But it's got like a Pennsylvania Dutch painting on the back of this chair, like a little stencil pattern. And I think you can see some old paint. The black paint's old. But I think there's older paint under that. And then on top of that, I have like old military posters wound up. Got a bunch of foam fingers I collected. And then like a rubber skeleton. You can see I like Halloween, right? And of course, those aren't for sale, all these blow molds. You're now looking at the attic of Vintage Classic Solutions. I used to sell a lot more watering cans. Like, I love utilitarian stuff. I'm trying to point and look at the phone at the same time. Watering cans, they sell, believe it or not, they sell for whatever purposes people need them for. Shipping, you gotta get creative because you gotta make your own boxes. This one is awesome. This pink rose one, that's sweet. Back here we got some more magical items. This is my Halloween knickknack like shelf. I glued those things this Halloween season. I was just kind of bored, and I have all these little things lying around, and I don't want to lose them, so I'll just stick them under here. Like my grandma has something like that for her grandkids. Like they all gave her little knickknacks, and she'd stick it. So I got that idea from my grandma. This is a cow jaw I acquired at like a flea market. It looks just like a deer jaw, so it's good to study like anatomy if you want to study that kind of stuff. This is a styrofoam skull for candy. This is, I think, made of camel skin. It's a lamp. That's for sale right now. Most of this stuff is the foam pumpkins are not for sale. That's my Nirvana shirt. That's not for sale. That will be for sale one day before I die. That's the real deal, though. There's another foam thing. This is awesome. This is a European mount buck. Like, you know, you see what it is. The skull, like half the skull and the horns. That looks wicked. I had to get that. That was from a barn. Up there's a gorgeous chalkware La Pieta. That's my, let's see, Halloween costumes galore. I have skulls everywhere. I have plastic skulls. I collect them. So, there's a bag of plastic skulls up there. I feature them in videos. And one of my star, I guess, skeleton items is this. And check this out. Inflatable skeleton. This thing is, I had this as a kid. And I'm sure a lot of other people did. Those red eyes and everything. It's like a life-size blow-up skeleton. This is made in Taiwan. This is Topstone. So there you go. That's a name collectors know and love. And I found that at a magic store like last year. You never know. Magic stores are good places to look for like masks and stuff because sometimes things just set. So let's look over here, shall we? Up here is my magical knickknack shelf. These things aren't really for sale. It's things like find and like just like old WWF stuff. There's a stuffed bat. There's a deer skull I found out in the woods. More foam pumpkins. I had two of these plastic foam things. I gotta list that one. I have like Halloween, candles I love. This is an old radio. Check this out. This thing, it's like mid-century gorgeousness. And it works too, but it's only AM. So you only get an AM. That's old school. Here we have, this is my antique soap zone. This is soap from 1832, folks. Who else has soap from 1832? And I got a lot of it. I just listed another hand-cut bar today on eBay. I've sold 2 pieces so far, around for $25, give or take, because it's like this stuff is like so old. Can you believe it? It still works. It's still soap. It's got a nice light scent. 1832, made in Cincinnati, Ohio. So this stuff back there, I got to crawl over, which is not a good idea because there's glass. So I got to just unpack everything to move back there. I collect flags. I have a lot of flags that I love, and I do sell them. This is my Liberty torch, and then so there was like a freezer for food, like back in COVID, that COVID food panic. And then I put antiques on it, and that food became vintage because we couldn't access it. So I had to clear all that out, the old food, and it's just a shelf for my antique stuff now. But a lot of this stuff, though, I will be able to bring to my brick and mortar store, which I'm super excited about, my little booth. Like a lot of these things, these items, this pile has been here since I started my business, like 5 years. And things just pile up, and it's not good because you forget what's under there, things get damaged. You know what I mean? So now I can just start moving this stuff to the store. So that's so awesome. This is my pile of baseball gloves. There is a method to the madness, kind of. These are all really, really old, super old. I don't have enough room in my house now to display them properly, so I kind of just leave them here. That's my handmade. I got possessed like 3 years ago, and I made a bunch of rusty metal. Check this thing out. I put a glove on because it's rusty and it's metal. But I made these things. I got possessed like over the summer of, I think, I don't know, 2020. I don't even remember. But I just made a bunch of these things in the yard. And this one seems hardcore. Check this thing out. So it's all metal. It's all things I just found and put together. This is like my American flag on the back. It's got a cross. Check that out. I have fixed a cross to it. And they got this huge chain. I think this is for sale, I think. I'm selling my these flags. I'm gonna put it. I kind of don't like having it that high because if it falls, it'll kill someone. You know what I mean? This is like heavy duty. You gotta put gloves on to handle my art. This is awesome. This is old school. This I bought in Amish town in Middlefield, Ohio. It's from, I think, from like the mid 1800s. It's got a maker's mark, like a coin. If you can see it, it's etched into there. But look at this gorgeous piece of metal. It's like wrought iron. It's a roofing slick or like a lumber slick. Like you use it like a chisel, but it's larger, and it's got like a wooden handle. I just put cardboard over it to protect it because the handle is like original. But this is just a gorgeous piece. Whenever I feature it on eBay and like shorts, people really like it because it just looks so good. So that I was gonna sell it, then I'm like, no, EJ, don't do it, because once you sell it, you'll never find another one. Here's another one of my flags. I like this one. I showed it to someone once at the flea market, and they're like, where are the stars? I'm like, you gotta squint your eyes and use your imagination. That goes back there. There's more flags in here. I tucked them away. I put them out in the summertime, but in the winter I don't want them to get, you know, like extra rusty. There's other things in here. This old school Mike Crum deck. This is my duffel bag for baseball gloves. I have a ton of gloves. So that bag right there is my Mitt Mart. I have a subdivision of Vintage Collect Solutions called Mitt Mart. I love antique baseball gloves. I don't know why, but those are a lot of vintage ones. Those are like not super old timey. Those are like 1950s, 60s, a few 40s, and a few contemporary ones. What else we got? There's a lot. I'll have to do this more often because there's just too much to cover in one video. This is that's an old school bucket made of enamel. That's a Berlin style. That's from like 1901-ish, because I have a Sears Roebuck catalog from 1905, I think, and it's really useful as a vintage and antique dealer because it helps me date things. So there's that. So what I need to do is go through. I'm going to be going live and going through this tower of vintage goodness, because a lot of these things, and the further you get down there, I haven't gone through in a very long time. So that will be a lot of material, or items I can sell in the brick and mortar store, which I'm super excited about. You can come visit me. I'll be there every day, diligently curating, right? But that's a little look at my vintage and antique store. There's things in the attic up there. There's a dragon. There's a lot. So I hope you like this look at my hot mess life, aka my passion, my antique and vintage store. So as always, thanks for checking in.